I can't see who it is. I'm behind the screen, so give me just a minute. But yeah, TikTok has put
Thanks, Heather, for sending the heart me gift.
Thank you, Heather. It's put my main account as a business account. I have no idea why. Like, this is not a business account, but for some reason, it put it as a business account. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. So I don't know. Okay, save, start. Okay, cool. I know, right, Keith? I don't know. Okay.
TikTok be acting up lately.
It is. It is. I even tried to like shut it off. I took it off of the business account and it put it back on. And I'm like, what? What are we doing? Why? This is not a business account. It's a personal account. I have a business account, but not this one. Like, what is going on? So I have no idea. But
I love you.
We're starting a new one today, guys. Oh, I guess I should put up a sticker, huh? And let y'all know what it is. Let's do, actually, I'm just going to put my...
I know they'd be tripping in the DMS, too, and reorganizing them. It's so annoying.
Yes, I've seen that, too, where the DMs are, like, acting funky now. All right, so that's up. Hey, what's up, Vanessa? How are you feeling today? Hey, funny story, Vanessa. Instead of texting you initially, I text my friend Valerie. That's why you didn't get it right away.
I gotta follow.
Thank you for the follow. We're on a Proverbs series. I'm going to have oh my gosh, that didn't work. No, that's why I didn't come to you initially, because I was laughing so hard. I sent it to her, and I was like, hey, girl, you're crazy for going live right after you had surgery. And she's like, whoever that is, I hope they feel better, but that wasn't me. And I'm like, oh, crap. Because Valerie and Vanessa are like right next to each other.
I was wondering.
Yeah, because while I was on your live is whenever I sent it to you. So I was thinking you were gonna get it while you were live, and we're gonna be able to read it and would laugh, you know. But
let's see if I get kicked out.
Yeah. You know, Tanya, I think I know what it is. TikTok switched my account to a business account for some reason. I have no idea why, but all of a sudden I'm a business account. Like, it won't let me post like videos with sounds on it that I normally would. It only lets me use commercial sounds. Like, what the heck?
I'm 18, wondering what?
Yeah, I've heard of Pakistan. Welcome in.
I didn't get it until like an hour after.
I know, because I realized that it was sent to Valerie instead of you.
Okay. That's dumb.
Hi, Vicky. Welcome in. Is that... No, not Vicky. Vev? I'm not sure how to say that, but hi, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was weird. And I was just like, okay, whatever, I give up. So, we are going to get started. We're going to get started here in a few. But I got to tell you guys something that happened today. So I had some drama today, and I'm going to share in on the drama. Yes, I know of Pakistan. YouTube people are asking. Lots of TT updates. I know. I was trying to make a training video on my way home from work. And I was like, I was doing something on it, and I was telling them how to do it. And then I got to it, and I'm like, wait, that's not how you do it anymore. They've changed it. They changed the background, some of the background stuff. So I have to, like, figure it out once I get off live and then make the training video. So, if you guys are just coming in, we are going to be doing a Bible study in Proverbs. We're starting a new series in Proverbs today. I'm really excited. I spent a lot of time reading this and going through this today. Hey, I am from Missouri. Welcome in. I'm live both on YouTube and TikTok, so if I start randomly talking to random people, that's why. But yes, we are getting ready to start that Bible series on Proverbs today. So we will get to talking about Proverbs 31. Well, it's Proverbs 31, the whole book is what we're talking about. So we're actually gonna break it down a lot. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good. What's your favor? I think I have somebody. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. YouTube and the trolls that come through on YouTube. They're worse than TikTok. I'm just telling you. The trolls are. They're worse. But it's okay. All right. So let me tell you guys what happened today really fast. I'm going to try to make it quick. So Jacob had a friend that he...
I'm excited for this one.
Me too. I'm excited too. I'm going to get started on it. I promise. Sergio, we don't talk about that type of stuff in my room, so you can go to a different room if you want to talk about that. So Jacob had a friend, and he decided that he didn't want to be friends with him anymore because, and he's been talking about this for months. Like, for months, he's been bothered by this friend. For months, he's been debating on whether or not he was going to stay friends with him. It's been a long thing. He found out when they went to church camp
Mama
this
Bear
year.
came out, I am assuming.
Yeah. Whenever they went to church camp this year, he found out that his friend was watching Corn. At 13 years old, was watching Corn, and Jacob was like, not my thing, right? Hey, my day's going good. Welcome in. I'm filling in everybody on some drama that happened today, and then we're gonna get started on our Bible study. So he found that out, and that kind of made Jacob not want to be friends with him. But then, like, he kept giving him a chance. It kept giving him a chance. It kept giving him a chance. It kept giving him more time, and
So yeah.
he kept rethinking it because he felt bad. Like, he liked him and he didn't want to, like, leave him. So he kept, rethinking it, and he prayed about it a lot, and, second guess. And it's been months. So, I mean, this was like last summer, right? It's almost a year. Hey, Mackenzie, I'm sorry I missed your live today, girl. It's so good to see you, though. I'm glad that Dex is okay for the moment. I'm glad.
Praying for that young man.
I know, right? So, anyway, so all of that, Jacob decided to end the friendship yesterday or day before yesterday, I can't remember. And I had him write up this, like, very generic, like,
It's okay, love your face.
thank you, Candy, for the love yous. I appreciate you. So he sent him this very respectful,
Add Mackenzie, hey again.
very respectful message. If anybody that's just first coming in, we are getting ready to start a Bible study on Proverbs. I'm just catching everybody up really quick on something that happened with my son today, but we will be starting a Bible study on Proverbs here in just a few minutes. So,
Winnie Mom 18, hi girl.
thank you for the heart me, Candy. I appreciate you. Is this Jory's Candy?
Get the camera.
This is Jory's Candy. You guys, make sure you connect with Candy. She's awesome. If you guys don't know, so I'm like squirreling all over the place now. Thank you guys. Welcome in the worship room. I appreciate you so much. A friend of mine, his name is Jory Jewett. He's an artist. He's a singer. He does country.
Candy, hello.
I think he calls it Southern rock is how he calls
Hey,
it.
Jen.
Hey. So he actually just joined my agency today. He's an amazing, amazing man. Like, he's got a heart of gold. Like, he does some really, really cool things. He's got amazing talent. I mean, he sings like really great and stuff.
The worship room with Pastor David, hi.
He's just really cool. He's really, really cool. So
Everybody.
he joined our agency today. So excited. I just get to help support him. I mean, he doesn't need help from me. It's just a backup just in case something goes wrong with his room. Like, in case somebody tries to do something to him, I'm there to help him out. So I'm just really excited because he's a really cool guy. So
Winnie Mom 18, hi.
okay, I'm gonna shut the chat off. Hang on one second. Okay, because I gotta fill you guys in and I keep getting squirreled. So I gotta finish telling you. Okay, so Jacob ended the friendship with his friend, right? And he was very respectful, very kind, was like, look, not gonna talk any further. Yes, if you guys don't know the worship room, catch up with him too, because he's also amazing. He does literally a worship room. Like, he sings, he plays the piano, he talks about God, he preaches. Like, he is so cool to go. I love going in his room. I just get this sense of just when I'm hanging out in his room. So go check out his room too. He's really, really good. And I've told him he could join my agency if he wants, but he doesn't have to. Anyways, Jacob, finishing the story with Jacob. Okay. Told his friend he didn't want to be friends anymore. Was really kind, really respectful, blah, 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 blah. He blocked his friend's number and then noticed that his friend was calling him because it kept coming up as a blocked number was calling him, and that's the only number that's blocked him, or that he's blocked. So he unblocked it, which was his first mistake, but he unblocked it. And this kid's grandma had texted my child and had told him, I pray that you never have a friend that treats you like you just treated Aiden. And I'm like, so you just gave my child guilt because he wanted to end a friendship that was inappropriate. Heck no. So Mama Bear came out. I sent her a message back. I'm like, look, you don't realize that Jacob spent months praying over this and worrying about it and feeling upset about it and feeling hurt about it. All of this stuff. He was spent months doing that before he decided to end that friendship. So you don't know that. And you just made that child, literally Jacob was texting me and saying, I feel like a villain. I feel like the worst person in the world. You know, he was texting me stuff like that. And I'm like, you just made that child, because the grandma texted him and then Aiden texted him the same thing, that I hope no friend ever does that to you. Like, Jacob did something terrible. All Jacob did was say, look, man, we've grown apart. I've grown up a little bit. You know, we're kind of different now. I just want to end this friendship. And that's all he said. Like, he was super kind about it. And yeah, ending a friendship is hard. But the fact that this grandma got involved and like made my child feel bad, I was like, no, 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 you don't. I'm sorry. And then Mama Bear came out and Snotty Jen came out, and I was like, look, this child is not the angel child that you think he is. He's doing stuff behind your back, which is why my child decided to stop being friends with him. You might want to check that. And then I blocked her and I was like, done. It's like, I am done. We're not having the, I'm not going to fight back and forth. I blocked, I'm done. I said my ending. I was like, look, you might want to check your friend, check your son, you know, because she's his guardian. So anyways, and then I moved on. Yes, Yenny from the block came out just a smidge. Just a smidge. But that's okay. I was still polite about it. I wasn't mean. I wasn't rude. I'm not mean or rude. That's not who I am. But it did come out just a smidge. just a little bit. But I was standing up for my kid. All right. So Proverbs. We're gonna do this Bible study on Proverbs. I'm gonna stop being, you know, like I said.
Popular.
It really upset me though that he was so upset about it. I'm like, no, thank you for the populars. All right. Let's say a prayer really fast. Does anybody have any prayer requests before I get started? Anything specific that you want me to pray for before we get going? Yes, I'm gonna stop being gossip girl. Now, I wasn't gossiping. I was expressing what happened to my child today. I love it.
Precious God.
Mackenzie, you need to remind me to find sounds for all of them. Okay? Oh, I know you are. I know you are, Keith. But you need to remind me, Mackenzie. Text me and say, Jen, find sounds for all the $1 or $1 gifts, okay? Because I want to get them all a sound so that you get like this crazy thing when you send that. All right, do it, girl. Text me and I'll see it when I get off. All right, recovery and our finances and foster. Yes, I love that, Vanessa. Anybody else have a prayer request? Are we good? Keith needs to, didn't you say you needed to find a place to park, or you just found a place to park? Ow. Guys, I cannot wait to get my hair cut. It's going to be so good. Hey, if you're over there on YouTube, say hi. Let me know you're here. Okay. I got a flash goal for I love yous. Oh, you were just looking ahead. Okay. All right. So let's get started then. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this opportunity to spend time together as a family in Christ, as a community here on this app. Lord, I want to just, something we're going to talk about today in this Bible study is how important it is to be a community, and how being in a community with each other, focused on you, not only helps us grow spiritually, but it also helps grow emotionally. We get dopamine releases from being together, from laughing together, from having that connection and friendships that we grow on this app. And I just thank you for that opportunity. I thank you for these people that are part of my community. I thank you for the agency that you have allowed me to create, and for continuing to bless me with absolutely amazing creators that I get to help support and just be there and root them on. Lord, I want to say some specific prayers for a couple people. I want to pray for Vanessa, who just had surgery yesterday, Lord, and was a crazy lady and going live last night after her surgery. But whatever. Anyways, Lord, I just want to say a prayer for her recovery, for her finances, and for her foster journey. She would be such a good foster mom, Lord, and I know that she's going to do an amazing job at it. Just help her find the right child to bring to her home that'll fit and it'll work out for her and her family. Lord, I want to pray for Mackenzie's dog right now. He's not feeling good. Something's going on with him, Lord, and you know what that is. Our dogs are just as much of our babies as our children are, Lord. And I just ask that you just be there with Mackenzie, help keep her calm, and help Dexter feel better, and let them be able to figure out what's going on with him or when he goes to the vet. Lord, I also want to pray for my friend B. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to go any further than that. I just want to pray for his marriage. I know he's struggling right now, and mentally and emotionally and all the things. Lord, help his wife feel kindness towards him, to allow them to try to talk it out and work it out, because Lord, you know that the devil wants to attack our marriages. That's what he's after, and we aren't going to let him. So I'm asking that you intervene and you get those two back together and you help them mend what's broken there, Lord. Thank you for everything that you provide for us on a daily basis. Thank you for the love and just how much you've blessed me. In Jesus' name, I pray these things. Amen. Oh, and let the right person that needs to hear this message come in. Amen. Okay. All right. I always forget to say that at the end. I'm like, oh, wait. I know, Vanessa. I'm just giving you a hard time. She was literally live at like 5 o'clock, and I was like, what are you doing? Or 6 o'clock, whatever it was. I don't remember what time it was, but I'm like, girl, you were not supposed to, you just had surgery. Why are you live? All right. If you guys are over here on YouTube, say hi. If you're not, if you can, share me out. However, I need to figure out how to share out YouTube. I don't have anything linked to my tablet though, so I can't like share it out. I need to figure out how to share it out. I don't know. I have to, I guess, link it to my Facebook, I think. I'm not sure. Anyways, say hi over here. I'm here. We're getting ready to start our Bible study for Proverbs. Is the music too loud, guys, or is it okay? Yeah, it's the same user, Jen's Walk of Faith and Wellness. So we're going to talk about Proverbs 31. So we're titling this The Way of Wisdom, which I forgot to title my live. Oh, well. The Way of Wisdom, exploring Proverbs 31 is what we're titling this for today. So this was from a women's, I will just fully tell you, this was from a women's Bible study initially, okay? But it's not just for women. It can be for men and women, so don't get your panties in a wad because it says women's, okay? What I was saying in my prayer, so there was an Oxford University study that was done that said that, and this was for women specifically, but I think it applies to men too. It said that women who regularly spend time with close friends experience greater happiness, higher self-esteem, and emotional balance. And it went on to say that laughter and genuine connection release endorphins, which is the dopamine, the body's natural feel-good chemical, which enhances well-being and can even support immune function and build resilience against anxiety and depression over time. So us being here together on TikTok, guys, and doing this TikTok community that we have created helps us. How freaking cool is that? Like, it helps us mentally and spiritually. I think that's awesome, and I love it, so it makes me happy. Oh, nice. Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Don't go away. Don't go away. Okay, wait. I literally was going to look this up, and it's like AI knew I was going to look this up. It says Bible study on Proverbs 31, focusing on community and friendship. And then it says you can manage AI summaries and settings. And I was literally going to look that up today because one of my creators asked me if I could get rid of it. So, hey, that's cool. It answered it for me. I'm going to have to look that up now. All right, back here. This is not to say that we elevate friendships over other important relationships like marriage, family, church, and those sort of things. But I just want to point out how healthy it is for us to grow together and to get together, right? As a community here on TikTok. I think it's really, really cool. So let's jump into Proverbs 31. Before we fully dive into chapter 31, we need to just take a little bit of a step backward and understand the purpose of the entire book of Proverbs. So the most popular portion of Proverbs 31 is verse 10. That is, an excellent wife who can find, she is far more precious than jewels, right? That's where we wanted to start. That's where everybody wants to start. They want to just dive into that right now. But jumping directly into Proverbs 31 without understanding the rest. Hi, Keith. Thank you. Welcome in. Okay, without understanding the rest of Proverbs is kind of like climbing the ladder to the high dive and jumping into the pool before you're even adjusted to the water, right? So like instead of diving right into 31 or diving off the high dive without even, testing the water, we're gonna kind of go back a little bit. So before we start there, thank you, Mackenzie. That is so pretty. I need to get a sound on that. That's really cute. Thank you, girl. So before we start there, we need to understand what Proverbs is actually about. We're going to talk about the book of Proverbs, and we're going to break it down a little bit. It's a collection of statements And they're designed to help us understand and remember what pleases God through the use of memorable sayings. So you probably already know memorable sayings in everyday life, right? A stitch in time. I heard this one today. A stitch in time saves 9. And I was like, man, I haven't heard that in forever. A stitch in time saves 9. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I don't know. There's all kinds of memorable sayings that we hear as we're growing up, right? And that just kind of get ingrained in our wording, and we don't even realize it. That's what Proverbs does with the book of Proverbs. It says it's part of what we call the wisdom literature of the Old Testament, is what the book of Proverbs is. The books in that category, okay, wait, hold on, let me go back. The book of Proverbs is part of what we call the wisdom literature of the Old Testament. And the books in that category are Job, Psalms, Proverbs. I always struggle in this one. It's Ecclesiastes. I can't remember how to say that. I always get stuck. Anyways, that one. Song of Solomon. Okay, those are what they call the books of wisdom in the Old Testament. And the purpose of Proverbs is practical wisdom. Much of the Bible focuses on historical narratives, theology, prophecy, and gospel truth. How do you say it?
Ecclesiastes.
Is it Ecclesiastes? Is that what that is? Okay, Ecclesiastes. I always I hear the word and I know it, but then when I try to read it, it doesn't read like that. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I just got on.
I know, I seen that. I was like, he was gonna come up here. I figured you were. Seeing that you had just gotten in right as I was struggling with that. Look at my husband coming to rescue the day, guys. All right, so much of the Bible focuses on historical narratives, theology, prophecy, and gospel truth. But Proverbs is content to teach us how to live wisely in everyday life. It teaches us the way of wisdom, whether we are male or female, or old, wealthy or poor, urban or rural, it doesn't matter. Proverbs teaches us how to live wisely in God's word, in God's world. Oh my gosh. Y'all, Lord, help my word, please. Stop the issue. Thank you. The purpose of Proverbs actually tells us its purpose right at the very beginning. Proverbs 1:2-6 says, to know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing and righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance to understand a proverb and a saying, the words of the wise and their riddles. That is the purpose. That is a lot of wording and a lot of things, but that is their purpose. The purpose of Proverbs. So essentially, it's to give people knowledge and wisdom, right? To know, to receive, and to gain wisdom. That is the point of Proverbs. If y'all are here with me still, drop a hand heart or something. Let me know you're here in the chat, please. give me a sign that you're alive. All right, so, and then Proverbs gives us its main theme. The fear of the Lord. Thank you for the hurt me. I appreciate you. Thank you. I know you're driving, Tanya. You're good. I just want to make sure, yesterday, guys, nobody was in my live yesterday because TikTok said I wasn't live. I was live for a second. Tanya, my bestie here, she came in, and then it kicked her out, and then it said I wasn't live. I had 2 people in my live the entire time yesterday. It was like, what the heck? So I'm just making sure it's working. All right, so the Proverbs gives us its main theme. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. That's Proverbs 1:7. Yeah, Kayla and Sabrina were the only ones in my live yesterday. It was so strange. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, Proverbs 1:7. And then Proverbs 9:10 repeats it again. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And this theme appears all throughout Proverbs. And then at the very end of Proverbs 31, we read, charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. So the fear of the Lord is the theme of Proverbs. I don't know if you guys ever caught that. How many of you guys have read the book of Proverbs before? Raise your hand if you've read the book of Proverbs. My nose is itching so bad. Sorry. I don't like itching on the screen, but it's itching. I don't like I don't like that I can't see the chat. I guess I can there. Okay. You haven't read it before, Caleb? I've read bits and pieces of it. Yeah, same here, Tanya. Bits and pieces of it. Right. Okay, 2 seconds, guys. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. I don't know what that was. All right, I'm back. Sorry. All right, so the theme is the fear of the Lord. That's where we left off. So what is the fear of the Lord? Or what is fear of the Lord? What does that mean? In English, fear sounds negative. It sounds like hiding, running, terror, something to be scared of, right? But the fear of the Lord in Hebrew is actually different. It's an overwhelming awe that turns to God. So fear in Hebrew does not mean something to be scared of. It's an overwhelming awe. And that turns toward God. It means consciously turning toward him in reverence. It means observing his character, walking in his ways, serving him, loving him, and aligning ourselves with him. Maybe the simplest way to explain the fear of the Lord would be this: choosing to be on God's team. That's just it. Choosing to be on God's team. Simple. That is what the fear of the Lord means. Choosing to be on God's team. Deuteronomy 10:12 says, "And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God require of you, but to fear the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to love him, to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul." So literally, look, Deuteronomy literally says, fear the Lord your God, walk in his ways, love him, serve him with all of your heart and all of your soul. So literally, the fear of the Lord means to be on God's team, right? It's the fear of the Lord is the way of wisdom, is what it's saying. So then we're going to talk about wisdom versus folly. Wisdom versus folly. This is something that is often in the book of Proverbs. It's one of the biggest themes in the book of Proverbs. It's the contrast between wisdom and folly. Proverbs constantly compares wisdom and folly, righteousness and wickedness, good and evil, life and death, truth and falsehood, prudence and rashness. Wisdom can be defined as, wisdom. Everybody knows what the word wisdom is. That means you're smart. That means you've done a lot of things, right? That means you've got knowledge. That's what wisdom usually means. It's a skill of living well within the moral order of God's world. That's what the book of the Bible is saying about wisdom. Hey, Batman, welcome in, girl. How are you? So the Bible, when it speaks about wisdom, it's living well within the moral of God's world. It is truth applied to specific situations for godly purposes. Folly is the opposite. So, how many of you guys have ever used the word folly in your entire life? How many of you have you ever said folly? I've never said folly, I don't think. I mean, I could say that word has never come out of my mouth. How about you guys over here on YouTube? Has anybody ever said folly before in your life? Me neither. Never. Exactly. What's up, broski? Oh my gosh, Batman. Girl. The broski thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, I've never used the word folly. Like, it's not something I use. Hey, Troy. Welcome in, sweetie. So it talks about folly, okay? So folly is the opposite. Folly is an unwillingness to conform to God's order. It says, I'll do life my way. That's what folly means. Hey, Troy, we're starting a new series on Proverbs today. So excited. You're getting your nursing degree, Batman. No way. You guys, I just realized I haven't even shared this out. Let me get this shared out really fast. I was so excited to be live and it actually working today and not only have 2 people in my room that I totally forgot to share. So we're just going to go with this. Hold on 1 second, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you, Keith. That is really sweet of you. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to share it out. So, okay. Sharing. Why am I singing Christmas? I don't know. Because it's fun. So when are you getting your nursing degree, Batman? Do you know when yet? And that's really, really, really exciting, girl. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Okay. Are you laughing at me, Keith? Keith's over here on YouTube laughing at me, guys. He's laughing at me. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate you. Okay, so we were doing a Bible study on Proverbs. I just realized I hadn't shared it out, and I'm like, we got to share it. All right, so Proverbs compares wisdom and folly, okay? So wisdom is the skill of living well within the moral order of God's world, and folly is the opposite. Folly is unwillingness to conform to God's world or order. It says, I'll do life my way. That's what folly means. So Proverbs 12:15 says, the fool presumes to know the right way. Wisdom is demonstrated by actions and attitudes that correspond to the character of God. Look at you guys sharing it out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. Folly, so wisdom is actions and attitudes that correspond towards the character of God. So i.e., helping an old lady cross the street, i.e., doing some sort of servitude for other people, loving people no matter what they're doing, just being there for characteristics of God. Y'all can come up with whatever characteristics you want, right? But that's what wisdom is. Folly is demonstrated by actions and attitudes that deviate from the character of God. So, i.e., lying, i.e., being disrespectful, i.e., stealing. Like, there's all kinds of things, right? One of the ways that Proverbs makes these ideas memorable is by personifying wisdom and folly as two women. So, if you guys notice in the book of Proverbs, it breaks it up as two women. It shows them, the women, as these two different types of themes that the book of Proverbs has. Woman wisdom cries aloud in the streets. She calls out publicly. She's not hidden. Wisdom is available to anyone willing to stop and listen. Woman folly, however, is described as seductive and destructive. And the message throughout Proverbs is, don't let your heart turn aside toward foolishness. So don't let your heart move away. Well, in this book specifically is talking about women. Proverbs is very heavily talking about women. I think there's actually a part 2 that talks about men, though. Because this is where the Proverbs 31 woman comes from. Have you ever heard that? Like, you want to be a Proverbs 31 wife or a Proverbs 31 mother. That's where this comes from. That's what we're getting to eventually. So the message throughout Proverbs is, don't let your heart turn aside toward foolishness. Do not get entangled in it. So don't get trapped in foolishness. Don't let your heart turn away from the Lord, right? Stay focused on God. Now that brings us into Proverbs 31. So that's literally like we're catching up. That was all of the previous Proverbs, okay? That was kind of like a quick introduction to the previous Proverbs. Now we're into Proverbs 31. Chapter 31 begins with the words of King Lemuel. I don't remember how to say it. I should have like wrote down a note to teach me how to say it. Okay, a king, and the instruction his mother gave him. Well, Batman, I mean, it may be fun on this side, but it ain't gonna be fun on the other side. Just saying. So, and this was the instruction that his mother gave him. This chapter is another example of wisdom being passed from an older generation to someone carrying responsibility and leadership. And the themes remain the same. Fear God, listen to wisdom, choose companions carefully, avoid destructive passions and addictions, and lead righteously. Like, that's the advice that his mother gives him, okay? I want to find where that's at. Let's look that up really quick. Hold on a second, guys, because I feel like there's more to that, and I didn't write enough down. Hold on. We're going to look this up really quick. Maybe if my fan stops blowing my Bible. Okay, Proverbs 898 in my Bible. Okay, it's 7, 8, 898. Okay. So Proverbs 31 starts out talking about the king. What? Olivia! Girl! Hi. Thank you. Did you get my text message? You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I love the whale. I haven't seen one of those in a while, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you get my thank you? She's like, I'm gonna just come in with the whale and then I'm gonna say hi. You know, we gotta come in with the action. I just texted you and was like, hey, I'm so stinking excited for you because it's getting so close to the weekend and I know you've got your thing going on this weekend. I'm like, I just asked if you were excited because I'm excited for you. I'm living vicariously through you. I'm like, yes, go Olivia. It's going to be great. Hi, Jesus Saves. Welcome in, sir. Okay, so Proverbs 31 starts out. It says, the sayings of the king contain this message, which his mother taught him. Literally says, your Kindle book is ready for pre-order. Oh, nuh-uh. Already? You just finished it and it's already ready? Dang, that's amazing. Can you send me a link? Send me a link and I'll try to get it for you. That's exciting. So the message that she's teaching her son says, "Oh, my son, oh, son of my womb, oh, son of my vows, do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings." Do you hear that? Do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings. So she's telling him, don't go running around chasing after the girls. Yes, Olivia. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy the paperback for sure. I get paid on Friday, so I'll buy one. I'm excited for you. Go, Olivia, go. If you guys don't have Olivia Truitt, make sure you guys are connecting with her. Not only is she one of my really good friends, she is also an amazing human being, inside and out. She's a singer. She's a writer now. She's a published writer. Woo, woo. She's an amazing woman, an amazing mom. So make sure you guys connect with her if you don't. I really need to shut that off. I need to turn that one off. Thank you for the Go Pops. But she's awesome. So make sure you guys connect with her if you don't have her, okay? Go check out her lives when she goes live because she sings and she's got some beautiful songs and a beautiful voice. So, and she spreads God too. Does all the things. I asked her one day if there's anything that she can't do because she's artistic. She can color. She can, or not color. She can paint. She can draw. She can sing. She writes books now. Like, is there anything you can't do? I don't remember what you said, but it was still it was a fun message. Seriously, Tanya? What the heck? Well, you're over here on YouTube, so hey. Oh, you said math. Okay, I couldn't remember what you said, but I was laughing. I was like, is there anything you can't do? And balance a checkbook. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. So if you ever want to trip up Olivia, just give her a balancing checkbook job to do. I'm just playing. Anyways, moving on. So literally, like, this mother is telling this king, don't go chasing after women, okay? It is not for kings to guzzle wine. So she's telling him not to go get drunk, right? She says, for if they drink, they may forget the law and not give justice to the oppressed. Alcohol is for the dying and wine is for those in bitter distress. Let them drink to forget their poverty and remember their troubles no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless and see that they get justice. So literally, like, she's telling him, these are the things that you should do to be a good man of God. You're welcome. You're welcome, of course. And then she moves on to talking about a virtuous partner, which is what most people know about the book of Proverbs, right? Proverbs 31. This is what most people know. Hi, Faith in Jesus. Welcome in, girl. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing good. So then she starts talking about a wife, right? She says, Proverbs 31, 1-9 contains instructions from the mother to her son. As a leader, she warns him, do not waste your strength chasing passion. Do not allow a strong drink to impair your judgment. Do not forget your responsibilities. Defend the poor and needy. Judge righteously. That's what we just read. The main point is leadership and responsibility. The warning isn't simply women and wine are bad. The warning is Do not allow sensual passions or mind-altering substances to become vices that destroy your ability to lead wisely. And guys, like back then, drinking was a lot different than it is now. Like wine back then didn't have the strength that it does now. Like they could drink way more and not be affected like how it is for us. Like they would have to drink a lot to get drunk. It was a very, very much different than what it is now. And I didn't know that. I actually just learned that today. And I was like, oh, because I always hear, they always talk about wine and, they drink for days at weddings and stuff like that. How do they drink for days and not all, unalive is what I used to think. Well, that's how. Like, it wasn't as strong as what it is now. It's a very different type of wine. So then she says, the mother is essentially saying, you have a mission, don't blow it. And honestly, this applies far beyond kings. Yeah, right, right. So if you're a mother, if you're a leader, if you're a teacher, if you're okay, so this is for everybody. Listen, y'all, okay? Ready? If you're a mother, if you're a leader, if you teach, if you lead a group, if you're a father, if you care for people, if you mentor others, if you manage employees or influence people in any way, you are a leader. And leaders must establish strong boundaries. Don't waste your time chasing people. Don't allow strong drink or other things to influence your judgment. Don't forget your responsibilities, defend the poor and needy, and judge righteously. Those are the responsibilities of a leader, okay? Then we talk about the virtuous woman. Sorry, I got ahead of my notes. So, an excellent wife who can find, she is far more precious than jewels. That's the verse that everybody knows from Proverbs 31. An excellent wife who can find, she is far more precious than jewels. Other translations say, a virtuous wife, a wife of noble character, a virtuous and capable wife. Hi, Tina. Welcome in, girl. How are you? I hope you're doing good today. We're reading Proverbs 31. We're doing a study on that. So a virtuous wife, a wife of noble character, a virtuous and capable wife. Those are what some of the other translations say. For this study, we're going to focus heavily on the word virtue. So we're going to really talk about that word virtue because virtue is an older word. Today, when we hear virtuous woman, what do you think of when you hear virtuous woman? What does the word virtuous say to you? And while you type that out, I'm going to read what the Bible actually says here. It says, who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earrings, she plants a vineyard. With her earnings, not earrings. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I said earrings instead of earnings. Anyways, moving on. I think of wisdom and strength, a powerful, wise warrior. I will be playing together. I know. I don't know why I just read earrings. I have no idea. Because they don't even, they look kind of the same at the beginning of the word, but that's it. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Earnings. With her earnings. Whew. Okay, with her earnings. I don't know. I lost it. Okay. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fibers. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She makes her own bedspreads, and so on and so forth. Like, it continues to go. It continues to go on and on about all these things. And we're going to break all this down in another study. But we want to talk about virtue right now. Virtuous, those are all really good ways to say virtuous. When we think of virtuous, we think she's never said anything snarky. Thank you for the moonwalk. That was cool. I've never seen that one. That makes me want to get up and do the moonwalk. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. Maybe. We could try that later. So we think she's never said anything snarky. She has never had a bad thought. Maybe she probably baked sourdough from scratch, right? She's probably got a sourdough starter in her fridge. Um, and maybe levitates a few inches off the ground. So when we think of virtuous, we think of somebody perfect, right? That's what I think of. All right, let's see if I can do this. We're going to see. Let me give me space. Hold on. All right. Nope, I can't do it. I can't make my feet do it. It does not work, okay? Maybe with shoes, not with feet. Can't do it. I tried. Maybe those shoes can meet the ear. Tina! I love you guys. You guys are the best. Whatever. Thank you. I feel like I kind of feel like, what's the chick? The chick from Scooby-Doo. Hi, Emily. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you so long. Hi. It's so good to see you. You're the problem? No, you're not the problem, Tina. You made me laugh, girl. It's okay. Hi, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing good. Today's weather is amazing. Yes, Daphne. Thank you, Tina. That's what I was thinking. Like the outfit, because it's very 70s like, right? So I kind of feel like the outfit mixed with my glasses makes me feel very Daphne like. Daphne. Well, no, I don't know. No, the one that has the big glasses, whoever that one is. That's what, I don't know. That's what I thought of. I don't know. I thought of that today when I was looking in the mirror and I was like, I kind of feel like that chick. I don't know why. Velma. Thank you. I appreciate that, Olivia, very much. I appreciate that. I like this dress. I'm very comfortable in it. It fits me very comfortably. And even sitting down, like, because I always worry about sitting down because I have the extra skin so much. But even sitting down, it doesn't look too bad. Like, it kind of hides that pretty well. So I'm like, yay, that makes me happy. Because standing up, I look much smaller than what I do when I sit down because all that stuff just bunches. You know, all the extra skin bunches in the front. So I love it, yeah. Thank you. I love Scooby-Doo too. It's fun. Okay, I'm sorry, Olivia. You're welcome. Thelma. Tanya says it's Thelma. That I'm talking about. That's what Tanya says. So, anyways, I think it's fun. Emily, how have you been, girlfriend? Are you doing okay? Scooby-Doo. Are you doing good? I hope you are. I've missed you. I know we kind of text. Yeah, mostly peaceful. Okay. Are your kiddos almost done with school? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We've got some work to do now. I remember that. Man, I haven't seen that in so long. No, you're fine, Tina. I love it. You're making me laugh, girl. I appreciate it. You guys, I don't have a headache today. This is the first day in probably 4 or 5 weeks that I don't have a headache. I have a very, very, very slight pressure here. Very, very slight. Just a tiny bit, but not a headache. Like, I agree. Because they've been getting better. Like, they've been reducing over the last week. They've been getting less painful. But today, I actually don't have one. At this moment, like, it's not a headache. I wouldn't consider it a headache. So, I have missed you. I finished my book yesterday. Yes, she did. Need prayer with my stepkids. The enemy is attacking the family. Okay, Emily. I'm writing you down. That way I don't forget. Okay. Actually, let's just do it now. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, let's just take a second here, and I just want to pray for my sister Emily. Lord, she is an amazing woman. She's a child of God that loves you so very much. And Lord, I just ask that you just pray, that you just be over the situation with her stepkids. Keep the devil away, Lord. Tell him that he is not allowed, that he does not belong in that family. He does not need to be anywhere separating them and attacking them and doing anything to hurt that family, Lord. They are a true family of God that loves you very, very much. And I just ask that you just be there with them. You help guide her stepkids, and help pull them away from whatever it is that the devil's trying to pull them to. I thank you for everything that you do for us, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray these things. Amen. I'm not the most beautiful prayer, but I'll still pray for you. It doesn't matter. God doesn't care how pretty it is. You're welcome. You're welcome. Did you get outside today? It's gorgeous outside today, right? Like the most beautiful weather. Friday was really gorgeous, and then today is really gorgeous. It's really good weather today. Get out. I'm sure you've been out there. You got chickens. How are your chickens, by the way? It's been beautiful. I know. I know, Olivia. It's a habit, and I don't even realize I do it. You pointed out, and I'm like, oh, you're right. I do that, and I don't even realize I do it. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you for showing me that I do it. The chickens are great. You guys, if you guys haven't connected with Emily, go check out her content. She has chickens, and I swear I will never forget the video that you posted of your chicken that got the bucket stuck on its head. That was the most hilarious video I think I have seen in a long time. I was laughing so hard. She had one of her chickens got the bucket stuck on his head, and she's like, it doesn't even know what to do. I love it. I do too. I love chickens. They're so much fun. If I had a bigger backyard, I would have chickens, but I have a very small backyard. It's very small. Yes, yes. Well, this was been a while ago that she posted that video, so it may not even be like in her top videos, but it was hilarious. I laughed really hard. Toots is in the house. Super fan Toots. Love it. Welcome in. You used to have a lot? That's awesome, Summer. I've never had chickens, but I've always wanted to get chickens. You don't mind treasure hunting? Yeah. Well, if I see it, I'll send it to you, if anything. So I need to go check out Emily's page anyways. I haven't been on her page to give her love in a while, and she's no longer on my FYP, so. Yes, I love it. I'm doing good, Toots. We're actually doing a Bible study on Proverbs 31. We're about halfway through, and we're learning something new. So hang tight with us if you want, Toots. You guys check out my friend Toots, too. I don't know if I can pin people. Can I pin people? Yeah. My friend Emily up here, she has chickens, and I can't pin people because I don't have boxes open. Emily here has chickens, and we were just talking about her chicken videos that she puts on there. She also talks about God and a lot of other really good things too. And she goes live, so go check her out, all those stuff. But her chicken video cracks me up. Okay, sounds good, Olivia. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. Tell him I said hey. And to be nice to her. To be nice to you. That's what I meant to say. Whatever. So I have a funny story about this virtuous thing. So we're talking about virtuous woman, right? Basically, the word virtue meant something different back then, though, than what it does now. Originally, virtue referred to strength, courage, capability, usefulness, and active power. So for the purposes of this study, here's our definition, though. Virtue is the quality of a thing which renders it useful, okay? Here's what's funny. I have a funny swimsuit example that I'm going to give you guys. So the virtuous swimsuit, okay? So think about that. Let me explain what I mean. Imagine it's January, right? And it's cold outside, and you suddenly realize that you need to get a swimsuit for a beach trip. Somebody invites you to a beach trip, and you're like, now I got to go to the store in January to try to find a swimsuit. That's like the least favorite thing for a woman to do. If you're not a woman, you don't understand. But trying to find a swimsuit in January when you've just packed on all this winter weight and you've got your winter insulation and you're trying to find something that shows off all that insulation is not fun, okay? No woman wants to shop for a swimsuit in January, but you have to go. So you go anyway and you try one on, and suddenly your skin doesn't look pale. Those 5 Christmas pounds disappear behind the swimsuit, and everything somehow just works and looks good. And you think, this is a virtuous swimsuit. It is useful for the purpose it was created for. And then you flip over the tag and see it costs $178. And suddenly you're like, I don't care. It's worth far more than rubies, right? That's virtue. That is what virtue means. Something that is worth far more than what it's used for, than what it's created for. Hopefully that helps. I thought that was a really funny example, and I had to write it down. So virtue applied to people, and in people terms, virtue points to strength, courage, usefulness, and capability. And these are not exclusively female qualities. So Toots, you can have all these qualities too. What's up, sir?
Like this sauce.
Picture words.
Bishop Briggs
Bishop what?
is pregnant.
Oh, Bishop Briggs is pregnant? Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Her second child.
That's awesome. Yay. I love her. She's great. Okay, so this doesn't just apply to females. We will all want virtuous people in our lives. That can be virtuous friends. That can be virtuous employees, virtuous teachers, virtuous leaders, virtuous children. Like, We all want virtuous people. We all want people that are useful for the purpose they were created for, meaning good people that are doing good things, essentially, right? People who maximize potential, stay faithful. Sorry, somebody was calling me. People who maximize potential, stay faithful, are innovative, lead well, and move others toward wisdom. By the context of Proverbs 31, is specifically pointing to a life partner. But the content of Proverbs 31 is specifically pointing to a life partner. A woman whose life is shaped by wisdom. A woman whose character strengthens the mission of the people around her. So let me just stop here before we really dive into Proverbs 31. I want to make sure you guys know this. This is not a to-do list. So you guys heard me start reading that. And it was like all these things that this woman does, right? It is not a to-do list. I want to encourage you to not read this chapter as a giant to-do list. If you do, it may become exhausting and discouraging. This chapter was not written as a step 1, step 2, step 3, right? It was written as poetry. Specifically, it was written as why am I having such a hard time talking today, guys? I have no headache, but I'm still having a hard time saying words. Acrostic, using the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet. Basically, using the Hebrew alphabet, it's where, like, say I asked you to tell me things about you, and I said, give me something that starts with the letter A, and you're like, I'm able, and B, I'm beautiful, and C, I'm charismatic, and D, I'm, delightful, whatever. Like, it's one of those. Like, it's for the Hebrew alphabet, starting the beginning letter for each thing, okay? That doesn't really help us a lot unless you know Hebrew. It doesn't really do us a whole lot of good. As an English speaker, and I don't know Hebrew, I can't really tell by that. But it was meant to help them memorize these attributes of a Proverbs 31 woman. The point was helping people remember wisdom, not creating an impossible checklist. And so rather than viewing this as a crushing standard, we should view this as a portrait of what wisdom looks like when it shapes a woman's life. Okay. So last part that we're going to talk about today, because we're going to continue more tomorrow. No, we're not. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Thursday we'll continue more. Last point we're going to talk about, when Proverbs ask, who can find a virtuous wife, for her worth is far above rubies, what it is really asking actually is who has applied the way of wisdom in her life. Who has applied the way of wisdom in her life in such a way that the quality of her life renders her useful. That's good, right? That's good. Hey, BK, what's up, sir? Welcome in. I didn't get to catch you today. I figured I got you 3 times yesterday. I could skip a day. I'm just playing. I didn't get to catch you today. Thank you for the TikToks. How are you today, BK? I hope you're doing good. So, who has applied the way of wisdom to her life in such a way that the quality of her life renders her useful? And the answer is the woman who fears the Lord. And the man. This goes for men too, guys. This isn't just women. Still on struggle bus, but I'll make it. Yes, and that's okay to be on the struggle bus. I'm glad you're here though. And you got to meet Jory this morning. What do you think about Jory, BK? Have you seen him before? I love him. I love his music. I love his heart. He's such a cool guy. And like, I got to talk to him for like an hour on Google Meet Friday, and we just kind of discussed like what the point of my agency is and why I'm doing the agency. You followed him for a long time. That's awesome, BK. Well, he's part of the agency now, so that's really, really cool. I love him. I really, really, truly do. He's just a really cool guy. And like, we both live in Missouri, which is really neat. So like, he doesn't live that far. Well, I mean, he lives far enough away from me that I couldn't just like go meet him or anything, but it's still kind of cool. So he's really awesome. I love that you know him, BK. That's awesome. I seen, because you said something about a big fan, so I was like, maybe he already knew him. I love his music. Anyways, we're squirreling here. Last little part, guys. I'm ending this right now. So the answer is a woman or man who fears the Lord. That is the woman who will meet the criteria of a Proverbs 31 woman. So that's what we were talking about today. We're going to get further into this tomorrow. but I didn't want to like dig all the way in all in one day. So we're going to do more tomorrow. I am getting this. Yes, Emily, follow BK. He is really cool. BK. So if you guys don't know BK Trucker, the trucker, not trucker. BK is one of my creators at my agency. He's a really cool guy. He does a really neat live. He has a panel that he opens and he just lets anybody come up in the panel and they chat about whatever. Like it could be anything from Christian topics to, you know, just everyday life topics to, I don't know, what'd you have for dinner last night? Like he just has like a hangout room that everybody just kind of gets up in the panel and just kind of hangs out and chats. It's really, really cool. And some conversations get going pretty good in his room because he's got a real mix of people that come in there. I'm not is he still in here? I don't know if he's still in here. Oh no, I think he already left. Okay. I was gonna talk to him directly, but I think he already left. He had somebody in his live the other day that I was kind of like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I already finished it, but that's okay. We can do a quick summary of it. We'll do like a quick run through, so that way you know. And that's okay. Hey, Sabrina, I got more than 2 people in here today. I found out what happened yesterday. You want to know what happened? TikTok decided that all of a sudden my account is a business account. So it wasn't pushing me out because I'm a business account, which I don't know. It did something because like my friend Tanya, she was on my live yesterday. She was on there initially, and then it kicked her out, and then it told her that I wasn't live. So like she couldn't go back in. So it probably wasn't telling anybody that I was live yesterday. Hi, anybody over here on YouTube? I seen somebody said I was new. I am a Christian content creator. We do live Bible studies every day at 5 p.m. Central. I also post Christian-based content, or family-based content. It depends on the day. But that is what my channel is about. I welcome anybody here that wants to hang out and listen to a Bible study. So you're welcome, of course. So we actually just finished our Bible study on Proverbs 31 and just the start. It's just an introduction to it. If you give me 2 seconds, I'll get a summary of it really quick. I wrote it down. I wrote it down, but it didn't print it out. So let me get that really fast. Hang on. I'm sorry, I gotta find it. So tell me how your guys' day was today. What did you guys do? Anybody have anything really exciting? Okay, what did I miss? I missed a comment. Sorry. Oh, live chat. Hey, Rachel, I'm glad you're back, girl. Sorry, I just saw that. Hey, Tanya. Tanya's still here. Okay. So, what we read. Thank you, Emily. So you can't get account notification. No, I don't know. I don't know, Sabrina. I think it's just glitching because I'm not a business account. So I think it's just glitching. And I think because it was glitching is why I didn't get anybody in here. I think it wasn't telling anybody that I was live. Business accounts should still get the same notifications and everything, but I think it's just glitching because I'm not a business account. I've never signed up for a business account. So I don't know why it's saying I'm a business account. So I think it's just messed up. I'm going to try uninstalling and reinstalling it later and then see what it does. Ooh, that's amazing, Troy. You're waiting to hear on a job opportunity and blessed with 2 good options. Stay where I am or let's see what he says. New opportunity, need more money, so that would be good. That's amazing, Troy. That's a blessing right there. Way to go. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Praise the Lord, right? That's awesome. So for those that missed the Bible study, I'll run through it really quick. Tonight was part 1 of the Way of Wisdom is what we're calling it, Choosing God's Team. We laid the foundation for the entire Proverbs 31 series by looking at the bigger picture of the book of Proverbs and what it means to truly walk in wisdom. We talked about how Proverbs is part of the wisdom literature of the Bible and how its purpose is to help us understand and remember what pleases God through practical, memorable teachings. The central theme that we focused on was Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. So throughout Proverbs, it talks about the fear of the Lord over and over and over again. So that's like the theme of Proverbs. We discussed how, thank you for the heart me, welcome in. Oh, that's Sabrina. Okay, thank you for the heart me. Sorry. We discussed how the fear of the Lord doesn't mean being terrified of God, but instead means living in awe of Him, turning toward Him, aligning ourselves with Him, and choosing to be on God's team. So that is what the fear of the Lord means. It doesn't mean to be scared. It means to be aligned with Him. That's the Hebrew. The Hebrew definition is being aligned with God, not scared of God, being on God's team. So, and we also explore the contrast between, you're fine, Sabrina. We also explore the contrast between wisdom and folly throughout Proverbs. Proverbs talks about wisdom and it talks about folly all throughout it. Wisdom is the skill of living well within God's design and moral order, while folly is choosing our own way apart from Him. Proverbs personifies these paths as two women, woman wisdom and woman folly, both calling for our attention but leading to very different outcomes. Then we moved into Proverbs 31 and looked at the opening verse where a mother gives instruction to her son, a future leader. She warns him not to waste his life on destructive passions or things that impair judgment because leaders carry responsibility. We talked about how this applies not only to kings, but to all of us: parents, teachers, mentors, leaders, friends, and anyone who influences others. And what we talked about was not, let me go back to that because that was a really big one that I wanted to focus on a lot. Do not waste your strength chasing passion. Do not allow strong drink to impair your judgment. Do not forget your responsibilities. Defend the poor and needy and judge righteously. So that's for all of us, not just that son that she was telling this to. And then lastly, we focus on Proverbs 31:10, which is the most famous part of Proverbs 31, and the idea of the virtuous woman. We talked about how virtue originally referred to strength, courage, usefulness, and capability, not perfection. Nowadays, we hear virtue and we think perfection, right? A virtuous person is someone whose life is shaped by wisdom in such a way that they become useful for the purposes God created them for. The big takeaway from tonight is this: a woman who fears the Lord is a woman who chooses wisdom, aligns herself with God, and allows His character to shape the quality and direction of her life. And that Proverbs 31 is not a to-do list. That was something that I learned that I didn't know before today, that Proverbs 31 is actually meant to be like poetry. It's meant to be, you know how like we'll have poems that start with a certain letter, like they'll spell out, I don't know, love, and it'll start with L and then the O and then V and the E. Well, that's the way Proverbs 31 is, but it's the Hebrew alphabet. So of course we don't know that because we don't know Hebrew. Um, so I did not know that before tonight. I thought that was really cool to learn that. So, or today when I found all this. You heard of the Proverbs 31 woman. Yeah, and that's exactly what we're talking about. So that's going to be more of tomorrow's. Today was an introduction into all of it, and kind of explaining what the book of Proverbs is about. Because the book of Proverbs is different than most of the other books. Like most of the other books in the Bible focus on like history and what was the, hang on, what did I have? They just focus on like history and events and things like that. But the book of Proverbs is more like statements, and they're designed to help us understand and remember what pleases God through the use of memorable sayings. That's what the book of Proverbs is more about. Thank you, Toots. Let's go shopping, sir. Like memorable sayings like a stitch in time, saves nine. You remember that, those types of sayings. Well, that's how Proverbs is set up to help us remember certain things. Like there's a whole bunch of memorable sayings in Proverbs. Um, it's practical wisdom. That's what it's meant for. Oh, the rest of the Bible focuses on historical narratives, theology, prophecy, and gospel truth. But Proverbs is content to teach us how to live wisely in everyday life. That's what it was. So yeah, that's kind of what we talked about. It was just kind of an introduction into the book of Proverbs today, so you didn't miss a whole lot. We'll actually go through the Proverbs 31 woman tomorrow more. I'm going to make this, not tomorrow. I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be on Discord for anybody in my agency. I will be on Discord tomorrow live in there. So if you guys need help with anything, I'm there to answer questions. Yeah, see, and I need to do more research into what the prodigal daughter or prodigal son is, because I don't know that as well. And I want to look into that because Olivia, my friend Olivia in here, if you guys aren't connected with her, grab her. She actually has a song called The Prodigal Daughter. We can actually play it. Hang on, let's look it up. I think I have it on my list. But she has a song called Prodigal Daughter. And I've always wondered, I don't really know what that means exactly. So I've not really done a whole lot of research into it. Look at that beautiful lady. She's so pretty. That's my Olivia. We're gonna play in the background so you guys can hear a little bit. It's a good song. She's not listening to me, so she doesn't even know that I'm playing her song. She turned the volume down because she's spending time with her husband, but she's tapping for me. That's my Olivia. She's number one in the room, so go connect with her if you guys don't have her. Oh, that's right, Sabrina. That's right. You're right. I remember that. Thank you. If she turns up the volume and hears I'm playing her song, she's gonna be like, what? Hey, there's my clip I was looking for. I found it. You guys want to see my blanket progress? Here we go. Here we're at. It's getting bigger. Slowly but surely. This thing's going to be huge. I need to make at least probably 3 of these. I think that'll be about the width. At least 3. That would be a good video, Sabrina. I need to make some videos today. I'm kind of behind. I know. Well, it's going to be, so it's queen size. Width-wise, I made it queen size. So this is a queen size width for a bed, roughly. It's probably shrunk a little bit. And then I'm going to make it long, so it can be a whole blanket, you know. It's going to be good. I wonder how much it's going to cost to send it to her. It might be cheaper for me to drive it to her instead of sending it to her. Yeah. She lives in Louisiana. How much would it cost for me to drive from Missouri to Louisiana? Yeah, so this is, it's not that far. I don't know. I don't know how far that is actually. I've not ever looked. So I know it's gonna weigh a lot, yeah. By the time I'm done. I don't know how much it'll cost to send it, but we'll see. I could get one of those flat rate boxes maybe. Because it can fold up pretty small, right? Sugar Biscuit! Girl, what are you doing? Look at all these people coming in my room that haven't been in here in forever. Hi guys, how are you? How are you, Sugar Biscuit? Yeah, I think I'll probably just do a flat rate box. Because those you can put whatever in there. It'd be heavy and it'll still go, you know, for that same price. It is. If it fits, it ships. Exactly, Sabrina. Exactly. So I can maybe do like, maybe a medium-sized one. And those aren't too expensive, I don't think. So, toots! I know. I love Olivia. She's got such beautiful music. You guys want to hear Jory? My new creator. Oh, I just did not mean to end that. Oh, well. Sorry. Jory Jarrett. Jewett, not Jarrett. Jewett. Why did I say Jarrett? Okay, let me see. This is like one of his top songs. I'm doing good, Sugar Biscuit. Oh no. How's your health doing? Is your health better? Like, did they figure out what was wrong with you? Because I know you were really sick there for a while. When did they change it so you can type a whole, I don't know. I said Jarrett is what I meant to say. What I said Jarrett instead of Jewett. I added an A and an R instead of a W and an E. You're down 110 pounds, girl. That's insane. Holy moly, that's me. I mean, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Did you have 110 pounds to lose? Or no?